The 2013 Turkish Airlines Euroleague Final Four in London saw rivals FC Barcelona and Real Madrid go head-to-head for a place in the final. Now, just 12 months down the line, they face each other again. Another Spanish derby will decide who will play the Turkish Airlines Euroleague Championship game in the never-ending story of El Clasico.
El Clasico es lo máximo.
Playing the Clasico is a top thing for a guy like me who grew up in Barcelona. It's when you're more motivated, focused. You look at my career highs in terms of points, rebounds, assists. They're all against Real Madrid.
Mis topes de puntos, rebotes, asistencias los tengo contra el Madrid.
It's a derby, like football, like basketball. It's always Real Madrid and Barcelona, you know. So I think they will know something different from the other games that we played before, you know. We have to do our best to win. We have to be ready more than 100%, you know. And we do our best, and it's a sport. Winning and losing, we have to accept it.
Neither side has many weaknesses, but in a do-or-die game, you must find the chinks in the armour.
In terms of basketball, it's always kind of the same game. Difficult, with a lot of strategies, with the rhythm of the game, offensive rebounds, defensive facts.
In itself, what changed are a few players. The paths that led us here are relatively similar to last year. We changed several players. They perhaps changed less. I think that in essence, the styles of play are not that different.
At point guard, Marcelinho Huertas has excelled all season.
He's a great player. He's running the team very well. I was then playing many games the last 2 months, and they are playing very good. And he's a hell of a player. He's been playing good for many years.
At the other end, the two Sergios, Rodriguez and Llull, represent a real menace for the Blaugrana.
The battle is seeing who wins the battle for the tempo of the game. Llull especially likes to run a lot and likes to be decisive in the last moments of the games. He likes to have the ball in those situations. We must pay attention to him. Then Sergio Rodriguez, who almost always comes into the game in the second quarter, but also plays the game's endings and likes to be protagonist in them also. He has a more of a pick and roll style to make the team play, and lately scoring his own points. And then of course try to wear them down so they're not as fresh in offense as they can be.
These are the backcourt matchups. The physical battle will be fought around the paint. Erazem Lorbek and Bostian Nachbar against Nikola Mirotic, for example.
I think they are the two best fours in Europe right now, so it's always great to play against them, especially in such a nice scenario as a Final Four.
Or under the boards, where all Euroleague first-team centre Ante Tomic will face plenty of experience and strength.
Borussis he's experienced, he already played, I think he already played Final Four, so it's always a good thing for me to play against those players who have more experience.
Both teams have lots of stars, players that can decide the outcome of the match, but in the end, the greater team effort will take one of the two sides through to the final.
Juan Carlos and Ante are great players. Both of them can be determined in a game because Ante is very good close to the basket. He passes the ball very good, and he reads the game very good from his position. Juan Carlos is a great scorer, a guy who can change the game just because his shots, his movement, what he creates for another players. Both teams has a lot of great players who can design the game for each part.
We'll look for a strategy that we think is the better to try to stop each player, as we always do. even though those 5 or 6 players you mentioned, plus Carroll, are top-level players. In the end, you have to look at it this way, and I'm sure that they look at it this way too. If you want to be the champion, you have to defeat all and the best teams. In this case, playing against Madrid doesn't add a whole lot of extra pressure. I think that, as you said, the fact of being able to play a title game encloses enough motivation in itself.
Whoever does turn out to be a game winner, all the protagonists have the utmost confidence in their ability.
I think we're playing modern basketball, fast, with the idea of scoring many points. I think Barcelona tries to play long possessions, and every team has a different style. We have to think about playing our style, and the best way to reach the game and beat them. Let's see what they prepare.
Queremos pensar en nuestro juego, en la mejor forma como podemos llegar al partido y ganarles.
In both lines, outside, inside, offense, defense, I think we have a physical team and then another more talented team, which allows for combinations. I think that can be the difference with Madrid.
Defense, offense, rebounding and lots of energy. You need everything to go all the way.
A top demanding game, as it can be no other way in a Euroleague semi-final.
We want to win the Euroleague, of course. I don't know how.